They are 16 years old. They live in Webster Groves, Missouri. They are children of abundance, of privilege, of the good life in America. But is there something missing from their lives? Something that has nothing to do with good schools, nice houses, and 2 cars in the garage? Is something missing? Webster Groves is 6 square miles of the American dream. It is a suburb, just below St. Louis and way above the average. It has 8,022 pleasant houses, 32 churches, 1 public high school, and no bars. It is the best of America. And one of the things most often said about Webster Groves is that it's a nice town to grow up in. "688 16-year-olds are growing up in Webster Groves. 16 is the turning point age, the age at which they can drop out of school or get their driver's licenses. It is also the age at which they begin to think seriously about themselves. We wanted to know what the privileged 16-year-old of the suburb thinks, and we didn't want to have to guess.
My name is John Johnstone. I'm a sociologist from the National Opinion Research Center. As you probably can discover now, if you don't already know, CBS is producing a film entitled 16 in Webster Groves, and in conjunction with this film, a survey is being conducted here today. The purpose of this survey is to find out what you think on various questions that may be covered in the program.
And so the 16-year-olds of Webster Groves, Missouri, gave us their opinions. The answers to 36 pages of questions designed by the University of Chicago sociologists to cover every aspect of teenage life. To be sure, we weren't getting only the answers the students might feel we wanted. The questionnaires could be left unsigned and were supplemented by scores of face-to-face interviews. The answers, by every measurement, were honest. They were also surprising. Youth dreams, we had believed, of adventure. But 3/4 of these teenagers listed as their main goal in life a good-paying job, money, success. And we had thought that at 16 you are filled with yearning and dissatisfaction. But 90% say they like it in Webster Groves, and nearly half wouldn't mind staying here the rest of their lives.
Well, I'm satisfied with the conditions that I'm living in now. And, well, it's really hard to say. I'm content. I live in a nice house and I'm doing all right.
See, I'm very, very happy. I don't have much that I can complain about.
I'm perfectly happy the way I am. And until I become unhappy with my present situation, I feel this is the way that I'll stay.
They're oriented toward big cars, toward big houses. Well, now, that's what they're used to. I'm studying Walden right now. My kids think that Thoreau is one of the biggest weirdos they've ever run into. The guy goes out and lives in a cabin in the woods. He's nuts. He could live in a big house. He could make enough money to have a rug on the floor, have silverware. My goodness, silverware makes you feel good. The girl told me this morning. If you've got silver to put on the table, it does so much for you. What? Well, she couldn't say. There's just these accoutrements of the good life that they're used to, and they feel are necessities.
Theirs, it turns out, is not the world of rebellion, dissatisfaction, and adventure. Theirs is the world in which silverware makes you feel good. But how did they arrive at that conclusion so young? They're only 16. In Webster Groves, the city of fine homes, live 30,000 people who couldn't be prouder. Nearly half the families enjoy incomes of $10,000 or more. That makes Webster Groves a moderately wealthy suburb, a little wealthier than, say, Whittier, California. Not quite as wealthy as, say, Wilmette, Illinois.